Espionage thrillers have it tough these days, what with contemporary headlines beating anything Hollywood can cook up. However, Beirut has an undeniable retro appeal. It's 1982 in Lebanon, the eve of Israel's invasion. A hostage situation is pulling Mason Skiles, Jon Hamm, a former U.S. diplomat in Beirut, back to a spycraft shitstorm he'd practically kill to avoid. He has been mediating low-level labor disputes in Boston, spending his spare time in pubs using booze to burst away memories of what happened to him about the job a decade earlier.
Flashback to 1972, when Mason and his wife Nadia, Layla Bekti, took in 13-year-old Kareem, Yoav Sadian Rosenberg, an orphan refugee. What they didn't know was that Kareem's older brother, Abu Rajal, Hisham or Raqqa, was a Palestinian terrorist, and will turn their lives upside down. It's a recipe for tragedy that predictably ensues and marks Mason for life. Now, 10 years later, the higher-ups want him back in the Beirut ravaged by civil wars. They have one last mission. It seems that CIA agent Cal Riley, Mark Pellegrino, his best friend back in the day, is being held hostage. Mason is just the negotiator to get him out.
Why him? Because, spoiler alert, the kidnappers are led by Kareem Chender, no longer a kid and eager to trade Cal for the release of someone who, let's just say the list of atrocities this person's committed in the name of Palestine has made him notorious. If you're thinking that twist sounds contrived, not to mention reductive of the Muslim world, you're not wrong. But Beirut is not the first movie to use global politics to goose along a talky plot, and director Brad Anderson, the machinist, Trans-Siberian, working from a script by born spy master Tony Gilroy, is an expert at filling in the blanks. And there's a cabal of CIA and State Department suits, played by Dean Norris, Shea Whigham, and Larry Pine, eager to bury Mason in red tape. His only ally is Sandy Crowder, a terrific Rosamund Pike, a cultural attaché with a secret agenda that belies her gunsy description as the skirt meant to divert Mason when needed.
Anderson packs the film with atmosphere spiked with intrigue. And Hamm gives his role a James Bond meets Don Draper appeal, tossing off one-liners with a weary insouciance. His scenes with Pike give the movie a resonant power it wouldn't otherwise have. But the characters resist deepening in favor of propelling a story that is too often content to travel familiar ground.